You didn't want to know my favorite club?
I was about to say,
I thought you
your
said you had no
club?
favorite club. You said.
Well, no, I said I don't have any that I don't like.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I love all my children, but
I'm
the one I
sorry.
love the most.
What is your favorite club?
If I had to pick that, I'd say the one I'm having the most fun with now is the little 60-degree wedge, chipping and putting and hitting. I practice a lot on hitting like John Daly backswing to Tiger Woods follow through, but try to hit it like the 4 yards, full swing, 5-yard flops. And that's the easiest one to do that shot. So I figure if you practice that a lot, that's the hardest shot. Then it's hitting a stock 7-iron or a hybrid or whatever. That's light work. It's
What's
easy.
your middle name again?
Knight.
Oh, damn. I thought it was L. So I was going to say, I'm going to call you Stephen L. Wedge. Stephen L. Wedge. What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Par 3 Podcast. I'm Ben Baller. It's my dog, JR. It's my man, Stephen Malbon. What's up, guys?
What up?
What up, though?
Yeah, man, we just want to go over a few things and just touch on some first memories, worst clubs, best shots, future 2023, all that stuff. And like, when I start off, man, with what was your first golf memory?
Believe it or not, my first memory just came to me was I used to work at this golf course called Hells Point in Virginia Beach when I was 12. And so there was an instructor, this guy named John. He was an assistant pro, and I used to I had to do stuff like where I had to take an axe and hack up a stump. And so he's like, listen, if you're gonna have to do this work anyway and you're gonna have to axe the stump, you might as well work on your swing while you take the axe and, you know, smash this stump that I had to dig out. So first memory is like swinging the axe with my hips and let my arms release so that I would just knock the hell out of the stump. So like that's basically the one that
What year was that? Do you remember?
I was 12 and I'm 46, so it was some times ago.
Boy, chopping wood.
What about you, JR? What was your first golf memory ever?
First golf memory ever. I want to say it was like Tiger winning something, and at the time I didn't know what it was because I was younger and I wasn't really into the game. But I remember my uncle and my pops in the living room watching it, and not really being interested in it. And then like I remember like literally days later, my brother goes and plays in some tournament with him and his boys, and mind you, we're like 12. Oh, he's 12. I'm like 14. And my brother plays in this tournament, wins, gets a trophy and all this other stuff. I'm sitting here like, for the first time in my life, I was never really jealous of my little brother because I was always like the big brother. I was taller. I could do this, do that, whatever. But at that moment, I remember I felt a little jealousy. I was just like, damn, that's one thing I felt like I'll never get is a golf trophy. And I was like, all right, bet. And literally, since going back to school and doing all of this, I'm like, no, I got to get an actual trophy.
Damn. For me, it was I don't know if it was early 80s or mid 80s. I just remember watching, my dad was watching he watched golf every week, all the time. And I seen this dude wearing all these NFL colors. And he looked crazy. He had the beret and everything. And I was like, who is that, Pops? And he was like, that's Payne Stewart. And I was like, he kind of got swag, man. And then, I would see him in each city he was in, he'd wear their home team, like the uniform, whether it be the Packers, the Patriots or something. So I just thought he had cool style. And then, I wasn't interested at all. And I remember my dad would go play this little 9-hole course in Monterey Park. It's San Gabriel Valley. And just, I don't know why, but the Payne Stewart just always, I think just because of style. So it was like, kind of just like you, man. You know what I mean? Like,
he was sponsored by the NFL. Young Payne. Yeah, that was his sponsor. So he had the NFL, but he would wear, his outfits would match the town he went to, and he would do socks and knickers and the hat. I remember all that too.
Oh, damn. Well, yeah, no, that was my first memory, of golf.
That's swag though. like early swag where nobody was even really thinking about it, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because golf is never, I don't feel, it's hard for me to realize, like, when you know, think of golf, especially back in the day in the early 90s or 80s or whatever, and these dudes putting this, you know, polos and their socks and stuff on and really, like, looking in the mirror like, okay, this is fly. Like, I don't think they was doing that back then.
No, I mean, bro, he had the Argyle vest to match the LA Rams, and then Anaheim Rams, whatever.
Socks.
He had the socks that were Argyle. Like his full fit was complete color, just
Right.
matched.
Even the sneakers he was doing, he would do like those FootJoy classics, and they would paint those to match the uniform too. So he was doing like customized sneakers. And then Payne also is he invented he was playing in the Pinehurst where he won the U.S. Open, and it was raining, and he was wearing a rain suit, right? I mean, like a rain jacket. And then it started raining hard or something, so he got scissors and he just cut the sleeves off. So if you see the photo of him like winning the U.S. Open and he's like fist pumping, it's a statue at Pinehurst. The vest he's wearing is like, it's not even cut properly because he just cut it off. Then after that you see like the next 2-3 years, that's why everyone's wearing those like wind vest, rain jacket, vests. Which makes no sense.
So he was iconic with style then.
For sure.
Yeah, him and Jesper Parnevik are probably the two most iconic in my memory of Jesper wearing like ties and wearing a bicycle hat flipped up, putting the logo under the brim.
I was gonna ask. I was like, was Payne Stewart any good? But she said he wanted to win U.S. Open.
Yeah, he was great.
So he was good.
But he was like he was a little tweaky where he had like like, I don't say demons, but like there was definitely a lot going on, like in his mind and off the course, and depression, I think, and different wild stuff was going on. And then he would like publicly talk about all that stuff too. So even with the fashion, they didn't, they were very conservative, and dude was like talking about stuff that people have a hard time talking about now even. And then the poor guy wrecked in an airplane.
Dude, I remember that on the news. I remember he was in the air, and the news was airing. It says, there's an airplane in the air right now. I don't know if they were like St. Louis or something, and they're flying, and everyone on the plane was already dead, but the plane was still in the air. So they're sending up airships to have to maybe shoot down the plane, and it was crazy. Like what was it? What's it called again? With the compression, whatever inside.
They froze up there.
Yeah, they froze in the plane. They were dead, and the plane was still flying in the air.
I was at lacrosse camp.
Oh, that's scary.
I was at lacrosse camp when that happened, and I
never knew
remember.
that.
Yeah, that's how he died. And the plane, everyone in the plane died. It was like his managers and
the pilot too, bro. Like it was. So switching gears, want to talk about favorite worst club, right? And so yeah, man, JR, what's the worst club in your bag?
What's the worst club in my bag?
Yeah, like what's the hardest one you hit? The one your least favorite club in your bag.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Right now, it's my putter. Like, I hate my putters right now. And you heard what I said, putters. I hate my putters right now. And it's like every time I feel like I'm getting like, okay, cool. I'm used to this one. This is what's going on. I'll go 4-putt. Like, literally. And like the worst part about it for me is like when everything else in your game is coming together. And it's just like this one piece that you just cannot fit into this damn puzzle. And for me right now, it's putting. And I've taken lessons. It's almost like to the point that now it's like cerebral. Like I'll get to the tee box or I'll get a 250 away and a par 5 in the fairway, and I'm like, oh, bet I got this. I'll get 4 feet away from the pin and be like, oh my God,
damn,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like
I'm struggling right now.
What's your favorite club in your bag?
My favorite club in my bag, I would say probably like my 9-iron. Any like 9-iron or my wedges right now, I'm feeling really good.
Stop.
Damn, bro, because we were playing in Miami and we were like 275 to the pin. And I'm like, all right, well, I got 2 shots left. I'm not going to make my GIR. Oh, no, it was par 5. And it was, he pulls out a 3-wood off the deck, center of the fairway. And it's slightly cut, but it got on the green. It went literally he hit over the green. He went 275 with his 3-wood off the deck, and I was like in shock. I was in total awe. I was like, God damn, JR, I think your 3-wood or something is your favorite club. But
Nah, I mean, my 3-wood technically is my favorite club because my driver can get a little squirrely.
yeah.
But in order, if I'm gonna play well and keep it in, have a good round going, I think the 3-wood is the way to go for me. But right now, I've been really chipping really good with my wedges. So,
All right, Stephen, what's the worst club in your bag?
No, I don't have
Your least
one.
favorite?
I saw Nelly Corda. They said, "What's your favorite club?" Like in a tournament a week or two ago, and she said, "I love all of my children." She said, "I don't take. I love all my children and my balls. I have a bad club that my kids. You love all your
Of
kids,
course.
right?" So that's what she was talking about. But I think the one I use the least is my 3-wood because I have this little 2-iron joint hybrid 2-iron thing. And that I can hit really low, and it's very safe to hit, and it goes maybe like 230, 240. So I end up hitting that or my driver. So I rarely hit 3-wood nowadays. Somehow I just hit it. If I want to hit it 3-wood distance, I'll just hit a little fade driver, little light,
Damn.
50-year-old swing.
We all got different favorites and least favorites. For me, obviously, like you said, I'm the newest. I have trouble with the 5-iron and the 4-iron. Sometimes the 5-iron is on point if I'm teeing off, like on a par 3 or something. But 4-iron, obviously, my driver is probably my worst club in the bag. Some days it's on point, and some days it's embarrassing. Our DB's working on that right now. I'm trying to get that dialed in. But my favorite club in the bag is got to be my putter. This ain't even bragging. I mean, I've never 4-putt in my life ever at 35 rounds, and I have 3-putt.
give it time.
Well, I'm sure it will. I'm just saying
Give it time, my brother.
in the last 30 rounds, I have 3-putt 5 times.
Damn.
And my best round was I think 26 putts in the round. But I love my putter, bro. It's something I've always just touched and feel. I don't even. If I'm 50, 60 feet away and I'm on the rough, I'm putting. Some people are like, yo, why aren't you chipping? And I'm like, well, you'll see right now. Like, what the hell? We were putting one time, though, when I was playing, and I never played on Bermuda grass in my life because I'm new to this. And JR goes, you know what, I'll putt from there, bro. It's going to get stuck. It's like Velcro. And I was like, man, shut your ass up, bro. I got this. Don't worry about it. That shit definitely barely made it to the fringe. I was like, what the hell? I thought I had it, but.
You didn't want to know my favorite club?
I was about to say,
I thought you said you had no
club?
favorite club. You said.
Well, no, I said I don't have any that I don't like.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I love all my children, but
I'm
the one I
sorry.
love the most.
What is your favorite club?
If I had to pick that, I'd say the one I'm having the most fun with now is a little 60-degree wedge, chipping and putting and hitting. I practice a lot on hitting like John Daly backswing to Tiger Woods follow through, but try to hit it like 4 yards, full swing, 5-yard flops. And that's the easiest one to do that shot. So I figure if you practice that a lot, that's the hardest shot. Then it's hitting a stock 7-iron or a hybrid or whatever. That's light work. It's
What's
easy.
your middle name again?
Knight.
Oh, damn. I thought it was L. So I was going to say, I'm going to call you Stephen L. Wedge. Stephen L. Wedge Malbon.
What's the bounce on your 60?
I'm not that techie. I don't
You're not
know.
that techie?
Stop.
Really?
Yeah. It's one of that the where it has the grooves that go all the way to the tip, the tip toe or whatever.
High toe.
High toe. It's kind of like a coppery vibe. But I don't really sand them and all that stuff that much. I don't know. And I've learned recently the difference between the spoon and the knife.
Yeah.
So right by the hosel is the spoon, and then the tip of it, the 60 degree, that's the knife.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to focus on making sure that I keep it open as much as I can, so that the spoon can't grab. Because when it grabs, it like snatches it shut. And then another thing on those ones, when you go up really high like this and then come down, you gotta let it fall, and then almost feel the sensation of like trying to chunk it at the end. So which that then makes my wrist pop, and the club will go under it, smooth under it, and keep the speed up with a little whack at the bottom. And then like Tiger does that shit, he'll do it all the way up and then flip it and then put it in his pocket. Put the grip in your pocket.
So these guys are talking about
That's
jargon,
the fun stuff.
golf jargon. I have no idea what they mean. Knife and spoon. I never heard none of that in my entire life. But it is funny. I asked Anthony Kim, I was like, yo, bro, what's your favorite club in your bag? He said, my L wedge. And I was like, what's the L wedge? He goes, 60 degree, man, 60 degree. And I was like, okay.
Lob wedge.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Ping used to make a L. It would say like a P or a W, which was the pitching wedge, and then the S was the sand wedge, and the L was the 60.
I mean, I've seen an S and I've seen
They don't
that.
do it anymore though.
I've seen
The L,
A
right?
approach. I just didn't know what an L was, and he was like,
Yeah, they stopped doing that for some reason. Now it just says 60, and then people use 58.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people use 58.
Yeah.
I went to a 58 now because, well, I use a 60 now again because the 58 just runs out a little bit too much for me and it carries too much. I need like a 85 to 90 yard club, and the 58 I'll hit 110, and it's just a little harder to knock it down for me anyway. But I've seen a lot of guys going, 54. It used to be like 52, 56, 60. Now guys are going 50, 54, 60, 58, depending on the game. Are you analytical with your game?
I mean, course management is what's got like a lot of my strokes shaven off. Like when I'm looking at things. And,
Yeah, but even like with your clubs and stuff, like, are you analytical with it? Like,
I mean,
are you
I try to be. Yeah, I'm starting to get to that now.
Yeah,
Like I know, like 120 in is when I'm most comfortable. That's the most comfortable I'm at.
right.
Like I know, like
Go ahead.
I'm saying, like I know if I'm like 88 yards to the pin, I take out my my approach, take out my 8 wedge, and I know I'm pretty close to that. So I know I'll do that. If I'm like 45 yards in, I'll take out a 60-degree wedge and try to hit it high and, flop it kind of in. And I mean,
I played the other day and I made a bunch of birdies. I played really good, but it's because it was cart path only. So I would look up on the cart path. It's super far to walk, So then I would think to myself, like, I should take 9, 8, 7.
Yeah.
So then I get ready to grab all 3, and then I'm just to take the 7. Then that's why I played so well, because I was taking the longest one, guaranteed I could get there, and then I would just chip it. Remember that, like, take 2 clubs extra and be horrified you're gonna fly the green, and that makes you have way more control. But I can almost, it's like you with basketball, like you don't know how far it is.
Right.
You just look at the rim and shoot it. Or even like if I was going to throw you like a lighter, I could throw it from here. Or if I throw it to that guy way over there, I'd throw it differently. But, so somehow your body already knows what you're trying to do type of thing.
Yeah.
And then RDB used to make me do this training thing in a simulator where I would go to the top of the swing and hold it. And let's say it's like a 6 iron. If I hit it max, it's like 190, 95. So he'd either say 200, 50, or 100. But I'm holding the club here waiting on him. And then he'd say 200. And then I would just hit it full. And if it says 100, you got to like, you got to finesse it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm techie when it comes to the clubs and the equipment and all that, and making sure I have something that I'm comfortable with, but mainly in the shaft. Almost play better if I just take like an extra club and then just let your body hit it how far it's supposed to go, rather than maxing out.
Yeah.
So now I know what you're saying. So like the other day I was playing on a par 3 and it was 146 yards. It's technically an 8 iron should get me there, especially like really low off the tee, like a tee shot. And RDB said the same thing to me. So I went up a club and I'm playing with this Swixon dude, this Cobra dude, random guys I never met in my life. I went to a 7 iron. And I remember getting it real close to the pin, like 6 feet. And the guy's like, damn, look effortless. And I was like, RDB said, hey, man, if you feel a little weird, just at least maybe go up a club and just swing a lot softer and just let your tempo fix it.
Yeah.
And I just tick-tocked, and boom, it was a good shot.
When your instructor gives you like lessons and stuff and you go to lessons, how do you like digest it? Are you a person like, he'll tell you, or give you the feel? Like, do you got to write notes down after you swing? Like, how do you digest your information?
This is probably terrible, but like this week I had a lesson. It's probably something he's repeated maybe 5 or 6 times in the last year. It just registered this week.
Right.
Even though he said it repeatedly, right? Shaking hands like on the finish of the thing and just, coming down, yo man, you're casting. It's too much arms, bringing it down. Just things like that. And it has to, I mean, maybe a good student would write notes and things, but I just have to feel like I have to feel it and go through it. Right. So we're going through stuff that's kind of repeated, like we haven't sat there and be like, all right, we're going to learn a draw today. We're going to learn a fade. Like I have a natural fade kind of in a way. So like I haven't learned any of that yet. But when it comes to the basic stuff, like he's told me to stop. All right, stop. Even once the driver, he's like, hey, just hit it 150. I just want you to get your the motion of your swing right, just the form, and just get that going. Don't worry about anything else. And so, it is kind of weird when you're going on your backswing, you stop at the top of your swing. And then like, all right, just stop for 1 second. All right, now go. So, I don't know. I just, again, I'm just digesting everything right now. But one thing I know is like, I don't listen to anybody else. I don't care, unless it's maybe trotty sometimes. But,
Right.
Posture, I figured that part out. I'm like, damn, why am I doing it? Or, even I hit a shot. You're like, yo, man, your head came up. And I was like, oh my God. How to keep your head down, things like that. Like the basic stuff when I'm at a dress and setting up,
What about you? How you like when you get instructions? How you take information?
So basically, like if I get, even I've worked with my coach so much that now I can almost instruct myself.
Right.
Where like if I start hitting it weird and I start thinking about too much stuff, there's a couple go-tos I could do. I could do like the world's longest putt, right? So I feel like when I'm swinging, like let's say it's a 7-iron, and if I need to get my shit right, I'll just do the world's longest putt where I feel like I'm like this, and then from there I finish the swing. So I go back like this, and then at that point I realize that my arms are in a terrible position. So all I can do is turn, right, with my body, and then I'll hit it pure. And then when he films me doing such a thing where I feel like I'm like this, I'm really like this. But it feels like I'm like this, so then my brain panics and my hips turn. Right. And then I hit it perfect. Or the other go-to is I'll just go to the top of my swing and then that whole pause. And as soon as I pause, I just shut my eyes and then completely finish the swing with my eyes shut. Because one of my issues, I'll go up to the top and then I do like that.
Yeah.
Right? Like fall back. But if you go to the top and then you shut your eyes, the last thing you're going to do is that. You shut your eyes, you got to go that way because you're scared you'll fall down. Yeah. So those two are the best ways that I can clean up a lot of junk quickly. But with Ron, basically it's a percentage. So like I do a lot better if I swing at like 70, 80%. Yeah. So when I go out there and I'm swinging 100, 110%, he's just like, come on, dude. How many times have we done this? Like practice swing 60% and hit it 80%. Right. And the wild thing is when I go in the simulator and I do that, it's like if I even hit it 60%, it goes just as far as the 100%. Because I'm hitting it in the middle of the club and I'm using my body and the tempo and I'm puring it, it goes just as far anyway. So one of my main issues is like violence, like swinging violently, so that's because I learned when I was little and I was only like 12 when I learned. So remember that axing the thing, I was violent, that's probably where it started, the damn axe work.
Yo, favorite golf shot of the week, man. Steve, what was your favorite golf shot this week?
I made it. Remember when we were I had to go because I was going to go make my shot. So I hit on this par 5 at Preserve. I hit driver, and then I had like 250 something uphill, and I hit a 3-wood, my favorite club. Right, I did hit a 3-wood with a little fade and rolled it up like 5 foot.
Nice.
And then to be honest, I was 5 foot above the hole, so that 3-wood felt great, and I saw it hit the green. The green was a bit uphill, but I wasn't, it's so far away. I'm watching and I saw it bounce high. So that means I hit the green. I didn't hit the rough or the fringe on the way up, which would have rejected it, and it rolled. So when I saw it bounce, I knew I was in good shape. But the putt was like a 5-6 foot putt, like slider down this big hill. And I didn't make the putt, but that stroke was perfect. And it was turning in and it lipped out or something. But even though I didn't make the putt, that putt was almost felt better than even hitting a really good driver and then a good 3-wood, and then I just pured that putt. Didn't go in, but.
Favorite golf shot of the week, JR?
I would say I had a 3-wood, played the Floridian with my boy Vic, and I hit a 3. I think it was like 7 or something like that. And it's a short par 4, but it's into the wind. The wind was blowing crazy that day, and I drove the green with a 3-wood. And it was obviously a really good shot, but the thing I really remember more than even the shot, I 3-putted and made par. I was literally 10, 15 feet from the pin, and I still 3-putted, bro. I don't know.
Hell of a game, isn't it?
It's a hell of a game. What about you?
Last week I had, this past weekend I had the worst round in a long time. I played this tough course called the Farms. It's a country club, and I'm playing with guys I want to impress. TaylorMade executives, and I lost 7 balls. So that's 14 strokes right there. And I was like, the takeaways from that was like, yo, man, that was probably the meanest Texas wedge up and down I've seen in my life. So the next day I played this course called Arrowwood, and the last 4 holes is called the Quandary. It's the toughest holes on the course. And I'm playing with these guys I never played, just random guys. And we get down to the approach shot, and the guy's like, hey, man, this par 4, getting on in 3 is actually a good thing. And these dudes hit it into a lake, every single one of them. And I used my 6-iron, and I got over, it was a weird green. There's a lake. It's on a mountain, so it's like an uphill, like the green's here. It's a bunker here, bunker here. I hit the ball. I got on the 3rd shot, and there's a mountain like this, and then there's a fence so it doesn't go into the lake. And it got stuck on the side of the mountain. So now I have a 25-foot putt from the rough going uphill and then going kind of weird, like this weird slope. So I have 25-foot putt for par, and I knocked it in, bro. And it was like, and in front of all of them, they're like, damn, I wish we videotaped it. And I didn't get excited, act like it was nothing. I was just like,
No big deal.
no big deal, man.
Easy game.
So that was definitely
Easy
my shot of the week. So JR, man, tell me like, what's your 2023 looking like? Like, what's your golf year looking like?
I got 5 events this fall this spring with the school team. Playing the ACC, trying to get into the Pebble Pro-Am, trying to figure out a golf trip somewhere. I want to go play the old course and get across the pond a little bit. I haven't really played over there, so.
We gotta make a trip to Asia, dog. I need to bring you to Japan, bro.
Man, sign me up, dog. Let me go. I mean, my man got the stores. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, like, what are you manifesting though? Like, like, are you?
Honestly, I'm trying to get to like a +2 by the end of the summer.
Damn.
I'm a 2 right now, so I'm trying to get to a +2.
God damn. How about you, JR? What's 23 looking like for you this year, man?
A lot of golf. I'm gonna play every day. Try to at least putt or do something. I got this new like a yardstick, this metal yardstick putting tool thing, and basically you put the ball on it and you try to putt it to the end.
Right.
But it's very difficult to do, and it's really good help for like 3-4 foot putts, 5-foot putts. So even if it's just that, just try to keep practicing, and then travel wise, I'm gonna go all over and back. I'm gonna do a bunch of different tour stuff. I'm a caddy I'm a caddy in the Pro-Am, and then I'm gonna do Augusta. I'm gonna do Evian again,
nice.
The women's tournament in Evian. I'm gonna go do the Hamptons this summer for sure.
Look at you, man.
And go do all the real good ones. And then I'm gonna try to win the club championship at the Preserve where I play up in Carmel.
Nice, man.
I need to win a club championship. Man.
I know, and then you get a plaque. I get a plaque on my locker.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, man.
I need that plaque.
Some little 3-man club, it's a small little home club. Yeah, same thing, man. I'm trying to play 100 rounds this year.
Where you gonna do the other 260 days?
Bro, I got 3 businesses, 3 kids, a demanding wife. It's tough. I got 3 Pro-Ams coming up, so that's exciting. I got my first golf tournament, the Wash Lord, which you guys are playing in April. Hope that goes successful. We got big title sponsors, big sponsors coming in. It's going to be exciting. And definitely I want to play overseas. I want to play more overseas. And I mean, I've never played in Europe. This place in London called The Grove has asked me to possibly host the Wash Lord in London next year. So I'm going to go check that out. But, I just want to kind of I don't mind if my handicap stays the same for the rest of the year. I think that it's so inconsistent now. I can't really read the GIN. I can't believe what the GIN's, because I'm just writing what the scores really go in there, and it's weird. It doesn't really move now. But I want to kind of, again, be more analytic. I want to understand more about why something's doing something. And, when I hear somebody hit a ball and they tell me, oh, damn, I kind of hit on the upper groove. I'm like, you know what groove it hit on your club, bro? And of course, these are pros. And I'm like, yeah, so just, want to focus on that. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for not just this show, but just, again, to get out there and really play some of these, take advantage of the access I have from my I guess, I don't know, if my position, my status in the world, and why not take advantage of the places I'm getting invited to play at. So, I'm extremely blessed and really excited to be around you guys too, and just continue, man. I got a couple clubs dropping too, some more clubs and collaborations, and
just make sure that you come to my house, man.
Exactly.
So, man, that's a wrap for part 3 today. We always invite you guys to come join our foursome. We got a lot of exciting things happening. We'll be doing country club reviews, course reviews, bag reviews, club reviews, and ball reviews, everything you could think of. And we have some exciting guests coming on the show. And excited for part 3, man. We're going to keep this going and want to change the game, grow the game, invest in golf, as my man Stephen says. And, much love to Stephen, JR. And you guys want to say anything?
Thanks for having us. Thanks for being here.
See you on the next one.
Until then.
Peace.